Hello everybody, this is Fandom2502 and welcome back to another episode of Satisfactory 1.1, my progressive build tutorial. Last episode we ended up automating our wire and our cable, and we expanded our other automation to give us some more stuff. In this episode we're going to upgrade a few of our belts to increase our automation a little bit more. We're going to fix a boo-boo that I did in last episode's build. And let's see. Oh yeah, get some trees gone with our chainsaw and fueled up, hopefully before we run out of power. And then organize these containers over here near our hub. All right. First things first. Let's do the upgrade belt. We need some reinforced iron plates for our Mark II belts. So there's a few places I want to put some Mark II belts. So. If we make about 12 reinforced iron plates, hopefully we'll have enough. There we go. Alright, first belt I want to improve. You go to logistics, Mark II, and you can just replace belts with the newer ones. Alright, so that's one of them, and the reason being is so now it can take actually 120 biomass a minute and actually run completely. The second one is going to be up here with the concrete, because we have two constructors and each can take 45 a minute, which is 90 total, but at the moment this belt is limited to 60, so we're going to improve that. Alright, that means instead of getting 20 concrete a minute, we'll now get 30 concrete a minute. Alright, now I'm going to have to fix the boo-boo from last episode, so I'm going to need two constructors for that, which I can do. Okay, so I did some premature building and some building that I should have did and didn't do. First of all, right now we're having 60 wire per minute with this one being built. That was a bit premature. In order to turn off a machine, you can go to this button down here with standby and turn it off, which I'm going to do. I'm not going to deconstruct my mistakes because these buildings actually will be added in later in a later step. I just did them prematurely. I forgot which ones I should have did. And the second building is these other screws. We're limited at 60 a minute here unless I improve this belt, but we really don't need 60 to 80 screws a minute, so we're going to take this one and also turn it off. And I noticed my mistake when I was doing last episodes, like rewatching last episodes, and noticed it because I had this smelter in my build last episode and it's doing absolutely nothing. So what the build should have been was adding two more constructors here and adding more iron rods to the build. Because the last episode I said I was going to improve iron rods, and we only improved it from like 10 to 15, which was kind of a joke, when it should have went up from 10 to 50. Alright, so put those two down, put a splitter. Yeah, you want input this way. That should be good enough, I think. Oh, come on, really? Alright, well maybe if I do it this way. Alright. That one. That one. Does that clip? I don't think it does. No, it does not clip. Alright, that's good. Alright, both of these are going to be iron rods. Power lines. You are going to come over here. And we're going to power both of these. Alright, so splitters and mergers. This is going to have a splitter. That's so we're prepared for later. We'll need a splitter there later. and a merger here going out that way. This one will come in here. And this one that has our excess screws from this build will come over there. Alright. Now this lift go that way. And that one can go all the way over there. Does that even clip anything? I think it actually squeezes through almost without any clipping. Alright, so that's the fix. And that will make it so that we're currently making 40 iron plates a minute, 50 iron rods a minute, 40 screws a minute, 30 concrete a minute, 30 cable, and 30 wire a minute, which is plenty of stuff to be making as we now use our chainsaw and start cutting down trees. Alright, so we got some solid biofuel for chainsaw, and you can just approach a tree and clear the area. Oh yeah, and 1.1 has these pretty neat tree cutting animations. That's new. Okay, why doesn't that one want to cut? Alright, that one took a while. If a tree falls in the forest and I'm not there to see it, does it make a sound? I don't know. Do they cut down the amount of wood these things give you? Because I thought it gave you usually more wood than leaves. These ones are giving me quite a lot of leaves. And not much wood. Alright, for now, we're gonna have more cutting, don't worry, but I'm just gonna come back here, create some biomass so we can get some solid biofuel made. There, hold on, 2 stacks. Get that actually converting. No. Well, I knew it was going to happen soon. Fuse is gone. Well, I wonder if that's a real fuse or me putting the buildings on standby. Because I think standby might do 0.1 power, and I was pretty much maxed. So I'm wondering if that actually blew the fuse, or did I run out of fuel? I'm hoping to run out of fuel, because I really don't feel like deconstructing those buildings that I'm going to have to put in later anyways. Alright, let's get the rest of these done. Okay. Put that in there. Alright, what do we have? So I have 21 biofuel there. 21 there. Oh no. Is it seriously going to be... I blew a fuse. I think standby might actually take power. Alright, well, I didn't want to do this. But thought we could just put them on standby, but I guess I'm going to have to delete my mistakes. Sorry, mistakes. Alright, well. Now will you run? Maximum, yeah, it's because our maximum was 100 and their capacity is 100. I think even on standby they take like 0.1 megawatts or something. So I was blowing a fuse by like 0.2, I think. Alright, let's go cut some more trees down. No, it's too bad we couldn't just leave those buildings there, because I mean, we're gonna have to put them back later anyways. Alright, yeah, we'll deal with that later. I guess we'll come up here first. Alright. Come on, trees. Did I get both of them? Yeah, it doesn't just take out the tree, it takes out like everything near it. Oh yeah, there they go. Pretty neat animations. Alright. Alright, let's pick up some of these. Clean up the area. $340 wood, 2,500 leaves. I wonder if they changed that. I swore that before this, when we're cutting down trees, we got usually a lot more wood than leaves. Now we're getting tons more leaves. Maybe it depends on the type of tree now. Alright, I guess that's good enough over there. Might as well clear the rest of the building area. Oh yeah, I didn't even put a new research in. Oops, I guess I forgot to put that in. Oh well, we can go back to the hub in a bit and put our new research in. Once we're done getting some bushes. Okay, is there any more? This one, I guess. No, that looks decently clean. No, there's one teeny bush here. Alright, that should clear the building area. Okay, back to the hub. Alright, let's convert these things to biomass. Alright, out of inventory space. There's more in there. And then let's get the leaves to biomass. Done. Then it's going to be reorganizing our containers. And I'll show you what container organization I end up doing. It's a bit different than what most people do. Alright, almost done the biomass leaves. Alright, and we'll put this into the bin. Did I perfectly put all of them in? Looks like it. Yeah, just enough space. Alright, that works out. How much left on this? Oh. That's not good. We'll split that in two. Please say I get to this one before it shuts down. Okay. How are these doing? Talk about timing. Alright, they're full. Okay. Do we have more here? Okay. And then I think maybe I'll just take a little bit of a stack for myself. Just in case things go wrong and empty and I need something for obstacle clearing. Alright. Okay, now I organize the containers. So I'd like to have my container spots be right here. So organization, container. I'll have them coming in from that way and then out this way. And then have one over here. Don't know if that's... Okay, I don't want to be straight with here. Alright, well, let's test it. Alright. Conveyor mark 1s. Alright, can I actually fit through here? No, I can't. Okay. That's why I don't build it out completely right away. Okay, so this one needs to be a bit further back. I think that's a bit further. I guess I didn't have to eliminate this side, so I was fine with it. That gives more space. Alright, is it lined up? Pretty much. Alright, good. Okay, so normally my containers for one item are 6 containers. 3 on each side like this. Well, assuming I have the materials for it. We need a lot of plates and rods for this part anyways, so let's get some. Alright, so I usually do 3 on each side for an item. On the 3rd level up here, I put a conveyor in, and then I put these conveyor lifts to bring them down like this. So, item will come in here, go up here, go across, and then come back down. And then later on, when I have something unlocked called Dimensional Depot, those will be put over here. Now, the reason I do this for early, for early storage is, one, I can come right through the middle here and go to right through any of my items. I'm going to line them up here. So from this side, I'll be able to grab any items. This is where they're going to end. But if I have any excess items, then as long as not all 6 containers are full, I can go over here and drop my items in excess that I don't want to have in my inventory. And this allows me to do it while walking on the ground, and also having 6 containers full of each item allows for ample storage throughout the game. So yeah, early on I'm able to say, okay, grab stuff from here, and then once this starts filling up, then where I can't just put stuff back in here, I can go over to this side, say, hey, put some excess stuff in here, and it will automatically go back in queue. So that's why I end up doing it like this. Alright, so let's build some more, because we're going to have, well, we have 6 items in containers. We're going to put 5 on this side. The screws we'll put over on the other side later. We'll put the 5 beginning items. Which is why we left some space here. I guess we left a little bit too much space here because we've got extra room. Oh well, it's not a big deal. Right, this way. There we go. This will become our permanent storage location for our beginning items. And because that took quite a bit of plates and rods, it's also why I wanted, 40 and 50 minutes of them. Gives you ample for this part. Plus, these items are basic, and you're going to be using them all throughout the game. Cables are used for power lines. Concrete's going to be used for foundations. Same with iron plates. Iron plates for belts. Rods, I think, are for like support stuff. Alright. That's everything there. Alright, so now where to put the belt. Alright, this is where it comes out to. Is that going to be parallel? I think so. I think we're good there for direction. Alright. Will this actually go in? It will. Alright. 2, 3, 4, 5. Second one can go in there. I got another one of these lined up. There we go. Put 3 here. That one's going to come down here and into here. The reason I'm not putting it directly from higher than that is it ends up being clipping with these conveyor lifts. So if you do 2 at a time, you don't get the clipping. And yeah, we'll have one more. Try to line it up. There we go. You're going there. You're going up here. And you're going up here. Oh, well, if I had enough plates, it would be going there. Alright, we'll grab more plates. It's also why I wanted to wait until I had stackable conveyor poles before I did this part. Because you imagine me bringing like all these 5 separately in here, like, but without being able to stack them like this, it would just be an absolute mess. And sometimes, depending where I put my buildings here, I think I put them a little bit further right than usual. I think sometimes I usually start this more in this gray area and have a little less spot to go by. So I gave myself more space to go by. I don't think that'll affect things overall. Then sometimes these are put a little bit closer, but that's not a big deal. Alright, what do we want next? Right, probably want 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably out here somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe not there. Hold on. Yeah, we'll line it up with this last constructor. Yeah, because we're going to have some stuff coming out of there. 3, 4, 5. And then I think probably 3 on the last one. We'll put that over here, I guess. 1, 2, 3. Actually, maybe I can use the new curve build mode. So, by, I think R, you're able to do different build modes for your belt. So that's straight, that's curve. Oh, okay, well I guess it doesn't like that. In default. Maybe straight. Let's try that. So that looks a little bit better than default. A curve, we'll go back to default. Guess this wasn't lined up entirely. Oh, well, not a big deal. I'm not too care too much about clipping, unlike some other people. I just want to get it done. Yeah, I guess this could have been a little bit further to the right. Oh well, not a huge deal. Alright. Get rid of these containers. Alright, have this one go to here, I guess. Yeah, we'll do iron plates first. I wonder if that's the best way to do it. You know what? Maybe we'll use the lifts. We'll keep it off the ground that way. And you'll go there. That way we can walk under it. Alright, yeah, it doesn't like that. Yeah, we can put stuff on top of things. A creature's in the way. Oh man, you bean. Oh, these guys, come on. Oh, now you're stuck here. Really? You had to get in my way? Darn bean. Thing is, I don't know how long it takes to kill these guys. Usually they run away, but I think he's stuck. Right where I want him. There, get out of my way. I'll teach you, Bean. Teach you not to be in my way. Don't mess with me. Alright. Rods will go that way. Okay. Screws, we're going to keep in the temporary bin for now. Because we'll be adding their storage later. I mean, I guess technically I have probably enough space where I could have put a 6th bin in on this side. But usually I don't build it that wide. Usually I have 5 bins on this side, then the screw bin will go on the other side. Just screws aren't really used for building as much, so. Alright. Third one we want is wire. Yeah, hold on, we'll just put that over here. Cable will be our next one. And then concrete will be our last one. Actually, wait a second. You know what? I kind of don't want to have all these in my inventory. Alright, yeah, well, we could delete the containers later. I mean, the first few, it's fine to have iron rods and iron plates in here, because I'll be using them. Alright. So that should be everything, and then once these bins are more empty, then we can get rid of them. Guess I don't need to carry all these things for now. Yeah, it's probably good enough for that. Rods are over here. 2 stacks good enough for now. Alright. So, that will end this episode. In this episode, we ended up increasing our production with the level 2 belts in a few places. We ended up fixing a mistake in the build that we did last time. We used obstacle clearing to get rid of a bunch of trees and add a whole bunch of fuel, new solid biofuel. And we ended up putting our permanent location for our 5 first items into these containers. Join me next time. Yes, you can climb them on the sides. Join me next time as we unlock... Oh yeah, unlock foundations. That's true, I didn't even put our next our research objective, but it is foundations. So join me next time as we unlock foundations and start putting our foundations out here so we can put our screws in their permanent location. I'm Fana2502, and see you next time.